order at 7:06 p.m. We are at Town Hall, 48 Gardner Road, first floor. Just a reminder that the meeting is being recorded, so we should mind what we might say, only to be respectful, that's all. Okay, I would like to welcome our guest to the meeting. Yes, I know his name because I invited him. But I wanted to make sure, yes, you have that written down. Dave Rogers.
Yep.
And are you or Jen interested, or how might that be?
Probably more myself than Jen.
Okay,
You know,
in
I
the
have
board
a-
house.
I have 20 years of experience in biotech,
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, it's kind of right in my wheelhouse, so to speak.
So I reached out 2 doors down
Right.
and asked if you or your spouse would be interested in joining the Board of Health. And thanks for coming and looking into it.
Yeah, for sure.
No decision needs to be made tonight unless you choose to do so.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. First thing we're going to do is review the minutes from September 30th. And give everybody a minute or two to look at them if you haven't already. If there's any corrections or anything that need to be made, additions, whatever, you might see.
No, it's not, the clinic is not going to be at Walgreens. It's going to be at the senior center.
It actually, the flyer says Walgreens.
No,
No,
there, Walgreens is
it's providing
providing the vaccine.
Do we have to make an update in the flyers that's online? Is it-
I gotta check it then, because I swore it said Walgreens, the location. It does, I don't remember ever saying the actual location says senior center.
Senior center.
Is that online?
Yeah, I think it's online, yeah. Should be-
Yeah.
The
and
flyer
Pretty
has-
sure it did say senior center with Walgreens providing. I'm
Providing.
pretty sure I did
Yeah.
see senior center. And I know I went on our town's website the other night just to double check
And
that it said senior center.
And the announcement is going to go out anyway with senior center. So it's going to be at senior center.
It says Hubbardston Board of Health working with the senior center and with Walgreens Pharmacy of Gardner.
Right.
Okay.
So it doesn't actually say the location.
It's
Does it?
Actually, it does say location, yeah, at senior
Offering-
center.
Okay, all right.
Senior
I gotta see
center.
what
Okay,
flyer I have.
yeah, the blue.
At senior center, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Blue. Yep.
Okay, so we're good.
All right, so I'm writing the corrections on the official minutes. Glad you caught that. On the second part, under new business, AED equipment, says also a grant from the town was applied for. They didn't get approval yet. Wait a minute, did I read that right? Yeah,
For the town. Also
For the
grant
town.
for the town.
a grant, also grant.
Applied.
A grant for the town was applied
By the administration.
for, because there are more town buildings, and was submitted. By Assistant Town Administrator. I'm writing it on my copy. Even on the official copy.
Switch the page.
Oh, good idea. Thank you. Since I didn't write anything else on here yet. Perfect. All right. Any other corrections noted? So I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the September 30th meeting with correction on item 3 to say that the COVID vaccine clinic is October 17th and 18th at the Senior Center with the vaccines provided by Walgreens as reported by Judy O'Donnell. The second correction is under new business. The first sentence is correct. AED equipment. Hubbardson has applied for DPH funding for AEDs and pediatric pads. 2 were approved and must be picked up in Worcester. Also, a grant for the town was for 2 more AEDs, was applied for and submitted by the assistant town administrator because there are 2 more buildings. All right. Do I hear a second on the
Second.
minutes with corrections?
Second.
By Al, seconded. All in favor? Aye.
So follow-up question. Approved to be picked up, who's gonna pick those up?
Did anybody go to Worcester?
Not in my area.
Well,
So
all right.
where in Worcester is this need to be picked up?
I think I sent that email to everybody.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a while back.
There's a possibility that I could get my daughter to do it.
What time are they open until? I don't get out of work until 7:30 when I'm there in the city.
Oh,
I'm 7 a.m. to 7:30. I'd never
Yeah.
be there
No,
during
you
It's on the
normal.
opposite side of Worcester, though.
Yeah, because I'm at UMass, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
and it's over here,
Where is it?
off Kelly Square.
Oh, okay. I think we could try to figure that out.
I
Yeah.
work on Plantation Street when I do go in, but I'm not sure when I'm going in the next week.
well,
So
even
it's
work from home
within
mostly.
the next 20 days would be
20
fine.
days? All right, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
send
touch
the email
base with you,
again.
Kathy.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
I'm heading out there, I can arrange with you. to
Okay.
pick 'em up.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is forward that email that has the address.
You want me to send it to him? So I don't think I got it.
Do we have your email address
Yep.
Yep.
here? Okay,
I got that.
good girl. Thank you.
I'm like, he's like, your email? I was like, yeah, that too.
And I'll CC you so that you know I did it. How's that sound? With corrections. Next on the agenda is, while I'm signing my life away here, COVID-19 flu Maven update. Who would like to go first?
There is one new COVID case in town, and that is it.
Okay.
And the flu clinic is this Thursday from 3 to 6, ages 5 and up. and Saturday from 10 to 1, ages 5 and up. And I do have a list, and most of them wanted flu vaccine, but we'll be offering pneumonia, RSV, COVID,
Is there shingles as well?
shingles.
Shingles?
I think there was one person asked for shingles. I have to,
Out of my list, one.
yeah.
Um,
So they'll be bringing all of that with them.
Will they have the COVID from Pfizer?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna stop by and double check everything on Thursday. No,
Okay.
Friday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Wait, it's the 17th and 18th, right?
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Friday, what did I say?
You said Thursday.
Oh,
Friday.
sorry.
Friday, I thought so.
I'm
Long
doing
days for both of us.
CPR classes and two
Okay.
clinics, I'm now getting confused. Yeah, Friday, 3 to 6, and then
And then
10
Saturday.
to 1 on Saturday, so.
Yeah.
And I'll be there to help you both days as
Great.
well. Yep.
I won't be able to help, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We're good,
Okay, good.
as long as I have Diana. We can catch them when they finish.
Can we give the shots? Are we giving the
No,
shots? Walgreens.
the way their liability insurance, they have to hire their own nurses to do that.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
But we can jump in and
And
answer
assist.
questions, help out in any other way.
Okay, got it.
So,
Perfect. Okay.
All right. Well, we've had a killing frost, so we can not worry about mosquito-borne diseases at this point. So that's off the table. We don't have to worry
Good.
about that anymore.
yeah, they just sent out the last notice today with all the maps and everything, arborvirus and all that stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, you get that and I get that.
Yeah,
So the state puts out risk level maps. They've been doing it for years now.
for years.
Until the season's over. And then when it starts the next year, they start it up again. Okay, next on the list is Title V reports and/or perk tests. We have one Title V. Okay, and it's from, okay. It's not what the agenda says. The address is 63 Gardner Road.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you put on the inspector's
The address.
address. So 63 Gardner Road, and it passes, and we'll pass this around for everybody to look at. For a little while, we have had Phil looking at these. At this point, I've instructed Sadie that she does not need to bring these before Phil to look at, that as we had done in the past, if there was any questions, we could ask for further follow-up either from the inspector that did the Title V and/or from Phil. And then if we did involve Phil, then there would be, he would charge us a fee. So part of his last bill has fees for reviewing Title Vs, which we really don't need to continue doing, because all these inspectors that do these are already registered with the state, so they are legal persons that can do these tests. And all the red marks on here are from Phil, so that you can see what he took a peek at.
So I mean, in essence, then moving forward, we're not gonna be seeing those red marks in there.
Correct.
Right.
We basically kind of did it for a an overview for a month or so here, but it's not something that we have to keep doing. Particularly since he never found an issue in the ones that have come up that he has reviewed. So I think that we can just keep doing it in the meetings as we do. Basically, we review these as quickly as we can, and once they are reviewed, they go back into our files, and the owner should be notified. I may not have put that on this.
No. I send them the copy of that are being reviewed and if there's any notes.
Good.
And these are not scanned out in the system, right?
No.
we don't
Well, yes,
scan
they
those.
go scanned in after being reviewed.
Right.
Because everybody's marking initials, it'll go into the system.
Wow. No new water tests or well reports, correct?
Correct, but I don't know where this would go.
Okay. We'll put that under new business.
Okay.
No wastewater reports turned in.
Nope.
No new permits to be signed, although the forms for 2026, we'll have to review those and make sure they get mailed out around December 1st for all kitchens and stuff like that. It's been courtesy for the Board of Health to either email and/or send it by mail for the renewal of their permits, especially the trash haulers. That's an upcoming thing to add right in on the calendar. We'd like to get them out December 1st. And we do give them to this middle of January to get them in so that we can review them at the second meeting in January for approval.
So those are all the new businesses, or old businesses just renewing their.
So it would be for
Okay.
commercial and kitchen residents. Trash haulers are the ones that we mail out and let them know what they are, okay? That's, since she just started September 1st, we're still, you would be learning the same time as she
Right,
is, so
yeah.
it's okay to go forward with that. There are no new open septic or engineering plans to review. Wow, amazing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Old business, anybody, under old business, have you had any chance to even think about who to write to in regards to no testing for the landfill?
Yeah, I'm still reviewing the data, but
Okay.
yes.
Okay, I was reviewing the data
Yeah.
for that.
Yep.
Okay. We have a landfill that, for a very long time, required first 4 tests a year, as Judy was on the board back then. We got it down to 2 the last couple of years, knock on wood, we've just submitted 1. It's now been closed for 30 years, and under state law, it says that we should no longer have to do testing. The testing costs,
No,
Around $6,000.
Almost
Like
6,000.
5,000.
You can pass Title 5 with a
yeah,
1,000-gallon
and
tank.
it's
Yeah.
very thorough. I mean, they do every test
Okay, I
under the
didn't know
sun.
that.
Yeah.
All the, and the report's this thick. It
Never
goes,
found anything.
Or they have to.
and there's nothing significant to report, other than,
Needs to kick in.
Oh, when they
one of the
sell.
testing
Got it.
holes, I think lost its cover and got a lot of leaves down it, and I don't know if they tested that particular hole this year, but, since we were extremely close to the
As long
deadline,
as it's
and all the
functioning
other
and it's
testing
nice and
holes
clean.
that they did, everything
You know,
is
The water's clean.
Right.
within
The levels
expected
of
ranges.
scum.
Mhm.
I mean, we're talking parts per million kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Don't fix
And
it.
it's
Got broken.
Yes,
on-
I like that.
It's on New Templeton Road?
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah, New Templeton Road. So, at this point, Gael has offered to research who to write to and which department and which person would be the right person to write to have this ended so that the town doesn't have to pay for this anymore.
Or at least, a reduced testing that change the frequency. How
Yeah,
we do
like
it.
once every 3 years,
Yeah.
Right.
Once every 5.
and once every
Yeah.
5.
I'm
would
aiming
be-
for once every 5. but
Once
we'll
every
see what
5
is
would be
precedent.
great,
Yeah.
yes. That would be a good place to start it,
Yeah.
and then go from there. Okay.
I'm sure there's probably a protocol that they have to follow.
Right, that's what I'm looking into.
Well, this is DEP.
The
you're
other
working
person
with.
that you can reach out to, Gael,
Some
is
antiquated
is Mark
bylaw
Popham,
somewhere.
Mhm.
who,
Oh, yeah.
his company
Does
does
the
the
testing,
testing.
correct, yeah.
So reach out to Mark.
And he emphasized on the fact that he does not do digital in a lot of everything that
He does engineering plans.
No, yeah, but he does it like paper, like
Right,
he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have anything.
He doesn't have, I know yours, but yeah, I know.
Because when I asked him, he
For the
emphasized
digital,
that.
he doesn't do that, right?
Yes. I was like, can you send me? He's like, I don't have it, and I'm like, okay.
But what you provided was perfect, so it's great, yeah.
That's just for a note for us, so we know in the future that he's never.
Don't even
Not
ask
gonna-
him.
Don't ask. Oops. Okay. We sign everything we review. We came into that policy about 5 years ago, when we found out that not everything was always being brought to us. So that was with a different clerk. Past history. So, all right. Under new business, we have tabletop exercises, which DPH, right,
Right.
is asking each Board of Health to do, not the emergency services team of the town. That was discussed at a previous meeting that she happened to listen to.
Yep.
So, will you talk about the heat incident?
So we have 2 options. And there is a nice little template out here, and so if we wanted to go and do our own tabletop exercise, there's 2 kinds of tabletop exercises. One is just a discussion, talking about the scenario, what plans would need to be put in place for this kind of scenario, what are the responsibilities of the town, what are some of the responsibilities for residents, looking at the different roles, so a kind of a discussion. The other one is actually, the next step up is actually assigning people specific roles, and then go from there, and so you sort of play out a particular scenario. So that's the tabletop options we have. The other one, so we can develop together, some of the options that, scenarios that we talked about was emergent disease, unknown, and which we just went through, so that should be helpful to fall back on the experience. What was the other one? Winter storms, I think it was loss of heat. So that's what happened in 2008 when we had the ice storm and everything went down. There were almost the whole town did not have any kind of electricity, so therefore these homes in the middle of the winter were cold.
And that was for a week.
2 weeks at
2
my
weeks.
house.
All right.
Yeah.
13 days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was
love that. Okay.
so that was the other option that we talked about as scenarios for our town to do, because that would bring in the fire, police, and highway and other departments into the picture. So now the other option is that Tina Dixon was on she's the assistant EMD, and Tina Dixon was at a meeting, and Worcester, HMCC, their hospital something, I forget what HMCC is. It's a coalition of folks that get together and they sort of watch over the medical piece, the hospitals. They work with the hospitals, they work with boards of health, et cetera, for emergency response. But at that meeting, Worcester brought up Worcester Board of Health brought up that they were looking at doing a scenario on heat, like summer heat, that would bring around various, especially for the elderly or the young, very young. So they were going to invite any town that wanted to join in on them. They would sort of lead the planning, and then other towns would come in and join with them, and that way everybody would be part of this one tabletop exercise and being able to meet the
Requirement by the state
correct.
by December 31st of this year.
Right. And the other thing,
Yeah, that's the other piece.
Wow.
It came on
That's a
very
lot to
fast.
pull together.
And it
in
just
2
came
months.
on in
Yeah.
September.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So you have to find heat, cooling stations, and a plan?
well, they said that they would look at it. There would probably be coming from what are the impacts that this heat climate would have on the residents, and so therefore they would plan from there. I kind of think it's a weak scenario, but
It would
the other
save us
thing
a
is,
lot of work
yeah.
to just join
Just-
in on the impact of such an incident.
The other thing is that, but it still would need to have a component, our component of the after action. We would still have to write an after action about what we learned from the tabletop and how it would impact our community and what we could. So either way, we're still going to be looking at the situation and trying to figure out what we would do as a small town with this scenario.
Was there funding provided with the requirement
Nope,
to make a cooling station?
nope, and.
This is Massachusetts. We just tell you what to do. We're not gonna
Yeah.
tell you
You
where you
find
get the
the
money.
money.
Yeah, you
That's
find the
right,
money.
and there's no
Exactly.
support either.
Yes.
CPH just
Basically-
threw it out and said, do it.
Nice.
Even though heat may seem as a weak subject,
Yeah.
it would be one of the easier ones in my mind for us to do in such a short amount of time, based on our population and the buildings that we have in town and stuff like that.
The
What do
other
you
piece
think?
is that if we do join in, at least we can sit back a little bit and sort of just watch it all pan out, and then we kind of get an idea of how it actually works.
No,
So,
have they set
I
up
mean-
any meetings yet? Has Worcester
No.
done anything?
no, I asked Pam about it, and she said we'll be sending stuff along shortly.
Well, Worcester does have the plans for the heat, which they use their main city buildings, like the library, their senior centers, and stuff like that. So they do already have a plan. Because I did see it when I used to work where I used to work, and Worcester has their plans online.
But they still have to look at the impact that it's going to have on the residents. That's the piece that they don't have. They have to bring that into the. And the other thing, if you do like a tabletop or any exercise for that matter, along the way you've got to have, well, I would call it pickups. Along the way there's got to be something that's unexpected is to be brought into it. So that's part of the tabletop exercise. So you maybe, everybody's talking about what they would do in their particular role, and then you say,
Right.
but,
There's a power outage.
but,
right?
yes, exactly,
Yeah.
something like that. And then you've got to shift as to what you're gonna do. And then, then you come along down further there's going to be another unexpected event. And that's the way tabletop exercises go. If Worcester has done tabletop exercise and they have the expertise to lay it out and bring in these unexpected events, then, that's an advantage for us to sit, watch, learn. But this is just the beginning, because DPH is going to want exercises from towns that individually next year. They're not going to let this be a one-time event.
Or they're gonna wanna see it happen.
Yeah, because
Annual.
this is building on all the EDS plans that they've been nagging us about every year, year after year after year after year. So this is building on it, so this is going to be
Right.
a new avenue that we're going to have to participate in as you come down the road.
What do you
that's
su-
gonna
what do you su-
require a
What do you
team.
submit to fulfill that requirement?
Pardon?
I said,
For the EDS.
Yeah. Is there a packet that they send
We
out?
have a plan that was approved by the Board of Health
2020.
2020, and since then, we have just filled in yearly. I have to go on, fill in the current contacts, if there was any changes made. So we need to get your name on there as the new office contact, but not right away. So that all comes, because I'm, as chairman of the Board of Health, I'm on the emergency list for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and they contacted me too.
Yes, and they contact Judy because she's the secondary Board of Health rep right now.
So it used to be, Jamie Terry would just drop by, we'd have a 15-minute conversation.
Yeah,
Because our
practice,
plans are in
walk
place.
Yeah, the plans are all in place. She did the last one this year, earlier in February?
Yeah,
In February, because our site for EDS, which is like if you had to give vaccines and other things, is the center school. And we have all the signage and all that stuff that we just save year after year. And then she met with us this year, and it was very short this year. She asked us some unexpected, what if this happens? And then you have to answer appropriately, and who would take care of it. And then she would write up a summary, and then we are reapproved
Yeah.
under the EDS, Emergency Dispensing Service.
and our EDS plan is this thick.
Yeah, it's a huge,
Oh, my goodness.
yeah.
So it was written, and they've actually added, the department has added additional pieces to it. And we tucked it in the backside because a lot of it has to do with cybersecurity and things like that.
Right.
Which
doesn't change the initial plan. They're
Right.
just adding in from
They're
the
just
state,
adding
the
stuff.
extra pieces every year. We
Right.
add it at the back.
Yeah.
We don't rewrite the whole document anymore.
Right, yeah.
It just doesn't make sense for us.
Right.
No. So that piece we're good. And the other piece that we're good, thankfully, is the fact that we have what's called an LEPC, Local Emergency Planning Committee. So we do have that in place, and that's, Kathy's on it,
And Judy runs it.
I run it. And then police, fire, highway, town admin, and then we have a CERT representative. So that's it. And those are, and my job is to put the plans together, and LEPC comes together and reviews it all and sets it up. So the town has plans on that end as well.
And-
But
Yeah, and that was originally initiated from the federal FEMA all the way down
Yep.
to Hubbardston.
Yep. Yeah, so we're in a lot of ways, the town is in good stead because of a lot of work that's been done over
That Judy
several
has
years.
done. Judy has done for us.
So it's been all put together, so we're in good stead. But the question is now, do we want to try and take this one level more on our own, or step back this year, watch and learn, and then next year try
If we
it.
can stay back and watch and learn, that would be helpful.
So, yeah, that's the
If
part,
we can get
that's
to
what I want to
whenever they
question.
have meetings. So do
Right.
we have a contact?
Pam,
Pamela
Pamela
Masters.
Masters, yeah.
is
So,
the
so the
contact?
watch and learn would be for us to actually attend one of the events.
pardon?
The watch and learn would be for us to attend one of the events.
I believe it's going to be virtual,
Wow, that's-
so,
A tabletop, virtual.
that's, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I puzzled that one out too, because usually tabletops are
Yeah,
face-to-face.
it's interactive, right? Okay, so I mean, the other part, are you basically saying that we feel like our town is in good shape, right? Like there's no concern there, but are all the pieces already in place in case of an event? Who is the proper chain of command is?
Well, technically and legally, the Board of Selectmen is the one that will declare that we have a state of emergency.
But Judy can say, hey,
I set
select
up.
board,
Right.
there's a problem.
Right.
We
Yes.
need to declare this.
Yeah.
We're
Right.
small, so
Yeah.
if she wasn't available, I could do that. Or the chief of police
Right.
Right.
could do
So
that.
we're
We're
in
on
that-
equal level when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But technically, yes, the select board.
That's the one thing that I've
declares
been
it.
working on recently is there is something called an EOC checklist, Emergency Operations Center checklist. And it's pretty much, the state pretty much put it all together for every town. But it does have some fill in the blanks, which is what I've been working on, trying to get telephone numbers and email addresses and everything like that. It's a document that stays in my office only, it's not for public.
So in that case, I guess back to this, right? So we have already established written procedures that that would actually instruct the
Yeah.
Board of Selectmen to
Yeah.
declare, coordinate with VOH.
Per state law,
Correct.
per our plans as well.
The other pieces I'm trying to understand too, where does CERT and LEPC fall into that?
CERT is a support group. It's volunteers and that have been trained, and they can be called upon by fire, police, or myself to come in, and they can help with sheltering, they can help with, in 2008, we had several members buddied up with fire department and the police department, going out checking on people or cutting down trees, cutting and getting branches out of the road. So they were out there. They can do search and rescue. They can do if there are damaged homes, they can walk around each home and look for survivors and do reports like that. They can set up a triage center in a neighborhood, like said, hit with a tornado. They might have set up a center where victims would come. And then the MRC could also be called in, and they would work on the medical side mostly, but they too can go out and work side by side with the police and the fire department.
So CERT is almost like an auxiliary.
Yes, like an
resource.
auxiliary, yeah.
Okay.
A group
Auxiliary.
of volunteers
Right.
Volunteers.
in the
yeah.
wait.
Right, and then.
Yes.
And then a lot of the supplies are in 2 trailers that are on the DPW property.
Right, and then LEPC would come in when, at which point in this process?
As soon as the EOC is open.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing, right? Normally the systems are in place, but it's like, are they communicating properly when there's chaos?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
okay.
in 2008, what happened was, as we all came into the center and to the other building down there, we all came in together. We sort of looked at each other and said, "Oh my God!" And then, and then Ron Newton, who was part of the police department at the time, since retired, but he said, "Well, we got a whiteboard, so let's set up ICS."
There you go.
And we
Yeah.
set up ICS, and we went from there, and we did very well.
Excellent, okay.
And I even, this year, I even added Mary LaRue for the finance. She has no idea what she just volunteered for. Headache plus, I will donate 2 bottles of Tylenol for her. But, you know, so we have people in place to take this.
Okay.
That's what exists right now,
Right,
behind the works,
right.
for everybody.
So I'm just trying to understand then, how can we fit that into a package?
I know, into
a
to
tabletop
fulfill the
exercise.
EDS plan? Because it seems
Right.
like it's pretty easy for us to put that together. I think all those parties would want to be part of that process, right?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yep, yeah.
We can do this in one meeting, just 2 hours, bring coffee
Right.
and donut and
And
bring it out.
Yeah. My personal feeling, I mean, Alert Media has all these free templates. They're
Right.
really great, you know. If you were to take one of their seminars, now you're talking $100. But, you know, they have a bunch of templates. And my feeling is, you know, if we wanted to do ourselves, I think we just follow this tabletop exercise template here, just fill it in and talk about it as we go.
So I guess the question Nate brought up before, if we were to do this, there is a cost that may be involved, because you're bringing in emergency personnel that are actually on a payroll to come here to participate in this. Would they get overtime? Would they get paid? I think that was the question that was pending.
Well, their LEPC meetings are scheduled during their time frame
Working
in the
hours.
afternoon, yeah.
Okay, so you would pick a time
I
frame
would-
that fit
yeah,
that,
when everybody's
Okay.
available.
all right? And
Wanna
us
be on it?
volunteers just show up, you know?
During the day.
Yeah.
Usually, what
3.
time? 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is the time.
I mean, if we plan it properly, I mean, I don't see reason.
All
we
right,
can-
so,
I don't know.
But it's up to you guys what you want to do. Do you want to just sit back, watch and learn, or do you want to give it a try following this? We can develop we could call it a discussion.
By
exercise.
December 31st.
So how do you report that back to the state? Like, what do they?
It's called an AAR, after
After
action.
we, right,
report.
is there a template, what they want that to look like?
That I
5
haven't
pages,
seen
10
from the
pages,
state.
what do they want, right?
No, that, I haven't seen one from the state yet.
Can I write a post-it saying we did this and there you go?
Yeah, I wish.
well, logically, like any meeting, attendees.
Yeah,
date,
it's
time.
who was involved and everything, and was,
And
yeah,
I think
okay.
that would, and then a summary,
Yeah,
or a copy of the
The
tabletop.
ICS forms do have a template tucked inside of the ICS forms. There's about 100 forms, 100 different forms. So, but tucked in the middle of all of that, there is a template under the ICS for AAR reporting, so.
Know your initials.
Yeah, I'm overwhelmed with acronyms already.
Yeah,
I have to
I
think
thought my
them through
job was
some.
acronym heavy.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
you're in the
Make a
biotech
little
industry,
list.
right? It's so acronym, right?
I
We
love
should
it
just
when
make a
they,
little
when they
list
teach
to
you
refer
ICS
to.
is that we don't do initials, you know, we don't do acronyms or anything like that because, you know, EMS could be emergency medical or it could
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
something else, you know, they actually give you an example, 20 different names for EMS, right? So.
But yet-
Or MRC is another one, you know, there's 20
Can't help
different
it.
examples for
MRC is
MRC.
medical,
Reserve Corps.
and it's mostly RNs,
Yeah.
LPN.
Now,
50-50.
Now, Judy, I have a question. Those tabletop exercises that were performed this past weekend at the school, at the free program,
Yeah.
are those tabletop exercises like this,
Yes,
essentially? They're
Yes.
following that?
Yes.
They give you the scenario?
yep.
Well, that was interesting. I enjoyed it.
So the
Yeah, I went to the
workshop.
workshop, and yeah, it was tabletop exercises, and
So you have, then in that case, I would say we should do it ourselves because you kind of, 2 of you, I wasn't able to attend, already have the experience of what that might look like, just through the practice of what you did for the emergency services workshop that you had.
Mhm.
So maybe we can do it on an afternoon.
So Judy, I think it's
For
up to you.
2
What,
hours.
yeah, what do you think we should be doing? Do you think we should just go for it? I think my biggest concern is, do we have the ability to actually get all those people that needs to be involved in this process?
Yeah,
that's a
Kathy was
good-
there. No, you weren't there. I told the LEPC that it was coming down and,
Yeah, I was at the meeting.
okay.
Mhm.
And heads up, guys, you have to be there.
Yeah,
So.
and they didn't say no. As
So
long
how-
as it's
They don't
scheduled at
even-
3 o'clock.
How often do you guys meet?
Sort of once a
So,
month.
yeah, we meet quarterly. Officially, we meet quarterly.
Okay.
But unofficially, it's as needed. So, and with this coming up, it's been, they know that it's gonna be more often. They know that we might be doing this at least once a month, if not twice.
Yeah, then I think let's try it. I don't
It's
know.
up to you. Up to you. I'm comfortable going either way. I just wish their scenario was a little bit stronger than.
Well, actually, that's the other part too.
We have 90-degree heat in the
Yeah,
summer,
yeah.
and it's been going on for 3 days. I mean, that's a little on the weak side.
Would you prefer
Topic be different?
yeah, that 08 snow ice storm aspect?
Yeah, because that's, the worst case scenario is when the electricity gets lost.
Okay, so we,
So that's, you know, if you, I teach CERT, and when I teach it, I tell them all the time, as I'm going through all the different topics, that, you know, remember, the worst case scenario is the grid goes down.
Absolutely.
Because you can't get gas,
Nope.
you can't get food, because the refrigeration at the stores is now gonna put all the food in, not having refrigeration is gonna put that in danger.
Don't count on the Gardner Walmart. I'm sorry.
experience.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, that is a worst case scenario, but if you wanted, you know, that's where the winter storm was
it's still
coming in.
like that.
And that would have an impact on everybody's health, babies, seniors.
Especially people that
Some
are
shut-ins in
required
town.
with
Right.
equipment that need to operate
Yeah.
with electricity. Okay.
I still remember the nights being very cold and sleeping with my coat, my winter coat on. That was
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I had like a double blanket. Just I was by myself back then, so I didn't have anyone to worry about. No kids.
I was in another town that year, and we only lost electricity for 2.5 days.
Oh,
3 days,
jeez.
3 days.
I think I went to my parents a couple nights just to hang out with them because they were in Boston. They were
Well,
fine.
people were traveling down to Westford just to get a tank of gas. I
Yeah.
was like, really? You're going down to Westford? That's 50 miles away.
That's funny.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's do the winter storm
Okay,
instead of heat.
Okay.
all right. So I'll set it up.
We
It
sound-
wasn't mandated
okay.
by the state that you had to do heat this
No,
time around? Oh,
no.
you could pick
Any
any scenario.
subject.
Anything we
Okay.
wanted.
So we're gonna
As
do-
long as it had,
Winter
some sort
storm.
of public health impact.
Right.
So we're going to do winter storm. That's going to be our subject.
That way we can hit all hazards and we can hit public health at the same time.
Sure.
Okay, all right.
And we should meet in November.
Yep.
Run some emails around to all of us.
Okay,
3 o'clock meeting time.
okay.
I just got notice in the mail today, a couple of appointments. Pre-knee surgery,
Oh,
my pre-op
oh, you're really
preparation.
going to go for it, huh?
Oh yeah, December 1st, I'm having my knee done,
Okay.
the right knee.
Replacement or meniscus?
Mhm. Replacement.
God bless you, and
Back
good
up
luck.
in 3 days.
Hmm?
Back on your feet in 3 days.
Oh yeah, she will.
Oh, yeah, right.
No, she will.
She will.
It is. It's quick nowadays.
I was on my feet, but it's been a long journey. I'm
No,
still
So
you're not gonna
it's
be out-
not
you're
the
not
week
gonna
of
be out in the
December 1st, okay? No meetings that week, all
Right.
Okay,
right?
no meetings.
The
All
next
right.
week, yes.
What else we got here?
Okay,
It's got to be done too before my surgery.
oh yes,
Oh, my goodness.
under new business, we did get a, report of a bat, and someone turned it in, and the Hubbardston vet checked it for rabies, and it was negative on October 3rd. We don't have to say any more details than that because we
Right.
don't want to
Mhm.
speak of the exact location, but we do have it. And you can just pass that around, and everybody can look at it.
Now, if the bat was positive, what scenario would ensue?
Just
Just,
the tabletop.
Well, then, we would investigate the site and
Okay.
contact animal control as well.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
most of them are, I did that when we first had the rabies pop-ups,
It's scary.
yeah, and the raccoons, but, then we just managed to find out if anybody's been exposed to it.
And because it's
That's pretty
been warm,
much it.
bats, as of last, I don't know after the frost, but as of last Thursday, they were still
Out
around.
flying.
Yeah. Under unexpected subjects, I have one I'd like to bring up real simple. The Sawyer Farm paid for a temporary food permit, which included an inspection of $50. I did not get there. Part of the reason was there was such a drought that they were closed for half their season. So I would like to ask that we refund the $50 portion back to them. That's my motion, to reimburse, refund $50 inspection portion of their temporary food permit. Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. So Sawyer Farm will get, with their kitchen license, will get that back.
Yep.
Thank you.
They did pay it though, you're saying, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I meant to bring it up. Previous 2 meetings, I just kept forgetting. Okay, that can go in there. No new complaints. Previous complaints, letters were mailed to the property owners. One on Brigham Street, asking them to, after consulting Phil, our sanitarian, to make sure that they get their septic system repaired by December 1st. And then the other one was to state, on Bemis Road, to state that the case is closed, but that they do not have a permit and cannot have a business of storing things on their property because they're in a residential zone. And if they violate that, they will be subject to fines. And that's where we're at on those. Hopefully that closes, closes one out. Did we mail a copy of that to the judge in Worcester yet? The
No.
Bemis Road one?
Nope, you didn't tell me to do that yet. You wanted to first.
Right. Sorry.
You
I
want
got to
to-
follow
yeah.
up. So that was a case that I had appeared in Worcester Housing Court on, and want to follow up with sending that to the judge. So I would say go ahead and send that, copy
So-
of that to them.
Question on Brigham Road. So when you mentioned that you sent the,
I did a visit.
right, but the letter to the, I mean, we notified the owner
Yes.
of the person that made the complaint or the owner of
No.
the house?
The house owner that has the problem with the septic system.
Oh.
We notified them that they need to get their septic repaired.
Okay.
They did one initial step, which was to get the tank pumped, but that's not repairing the system.
Okay.
So, and I consulted with Phil before we wrote the letter and sent it, to make sure that we were doing it the right way.
I think I think he's confused about the address because Brigham is the other, is it Brigham?
Yeah, that's what because
I think you're
Brigham,
confusing the address. 'cause
The
I-
condemned house?
The
Yeah,
condemned
thinking of
house.
that.
That's another one.
Oh, that's
item
another
number
one,
3.
okay. 'Cause that's what I
Okay.
was
That
thinking,
one, we wrote a letter to the persons that made the complaint of the house that we're going to look into, the action is to look
Mhm.
into who's the owners
got it.
and find out where we stand. The house that's falling down with the chimney that fell down probably already 4 or 5 years ago, that I condemned as housing inspector back then. They're fine with all of that, just that we look into it and don't forget about it. I spoke to the person that wrote the letter regarding that dilapidated, falling down property in person, and he was comfortable with that fact that we're just looking into it. So
Okay.
that was also addressed.
So the next thing I want to mention about this too, so online, we do have a complaint form. If
Yes.
someone wants to make a complaint.
Correct.
Okay, I think I've seen that. But it seems like there are other properties in town that may be in a similar situation that people have brought up to me, and I was like, well, I think there has to be a formal complaint for them to actually fill out. So I did point them online on
Yep.
how to make the complaint. I want to double check that that's the actual process.
Yeah,
It
that
seems
would
like
be
there's a
that's the
form.
correct way to do it,
Yeah.
or
And the form gets submitted in the office.
to the
and
Yep.
Board of
receive
Health,
it.
yeah.
So they either send me an email,
Right.
or
with it
they'll-
attached or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then, or they'll come in and say complaint form, but they need to explain full details.
Mhm. Who's making the complaint, what they're complaining about, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
And then it's followed up on.
Right, okay.
And many moons ago, the town did have a little fund for knocking down houses that were, and breaking them
condemned.
down and getting rid of the debris. Unfortunately, when the town started getting into financial stress, then that was one of the first funds that they grabbed.
Right, and the
And the
Brigham.
grants have all dried up too.
Right,
There
the
were
Brigham
grants
Ra-
that Gardner took advantage of.
We had one
And they're all
taken
dried up.
We had one taken down, and the Brigham Road was being under consideration under the grants that was headed by a person in Worcester. I can't remember the abbreviations anymore. She went on maternity leave, and when she came back, the funds were gone. We did try and follow up on it and have that one taken down at that time under those funds, but no. We lost out, and the funds got spent. So you always have like an advocate for that, that works with each town, or that we did
Right.
2019, I guess it was, 2018. 2018 or 2019, I forget. The exact year that we were working on that one.
So this is a real concern, then. So basically what we're saying is if there's no grant, no money available to support condemned houses in our town, then the town is pretty much responsible. to
One
figure
of
this
the
out.
thing, no, one of the options then for this one is if we can find the owner, we can ask the owner to do something because it is a serious danger for animals, people, whatever, fire hazard as well, that they do something about it and then give them a reasonable amount of time to do it. We could bring in the fire chief to do his assessment on it and hope that they would do something about it. To hire legal help that the town has a contract with is $450 an hour. So we tried not to do it that way.
Mhm.
It's money that we don't really have to use.
Okay.
Save that for critical things. That's always been my leaning, because that's a tough thing to have to swallow, for the town to have to swallow all the time too. Okay, so then we have turnovers and warrants.
We're gonna put them all together, bills, or no, one at a time?
So this is all in, for the warrant, which warrant number will that be, that it will go under?
So, because the way we were trying to figure this out, because we're all digital now, this would be warrant, I believe it's 8 or 9. I don't know exactly which one it is gonna be under.
Okay,
Because you guys are gonna have to approve it first to make sure.
okay. So we have 3 items that would be on the next warrant. One is in the membership to the Massachusetts Association of Health Boards, MAHB. Its annual fee is $150. Can you just pass that around? The second one is mowing of the town dump. We asked at the town meeting that the town pay for one and we would pay for the other one. Here's the second one. It's mowed twice a year. And that's that. And the last is Phil Ledger's, our sanitarian's bill. And on the back of this are some of the copies of all the work that he did on the perk tests that she verified, and his monthly invoice, not monthly, but his invoice dated October 7th for prior work that he has not previously billed for is right there.
Oh, so that's what he hasn't been paid for.
Correct.
Yeah.
And these are copies of the perk tests that he witnessed and so on. She marked off. We don't have an actual warrant because it's now all online. So this is a good alternative way to bring it to us for approval for us to pay for.
Okay.
Do we have, what's the $55 for?
That's me.
For the meetings?
Because it's every 2 weeks. I mean, well, twice a month, but
Okay. So,
Where's the
on the agenda,
MPHN?
MPHN is,
she's still waiting for Kathy to send it to me.
I didn't send it to you?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
it's $600 for Hubbardston. Oh my gosh, I still didn't do that. I knew I
that-
was forgetting something.
That's our portion that we're paying? Is that-
Yes.
So what's the, remind me again, what's the benefit we get out of that as a town?
Well, in the past, they have provided, they do a program where they provide, at the Curtis Field, they provide containers that have suntan lotion in it, so they, and hand sanitizer, they have those. They bring those over for free every year, keep them filled for people using the field during the summer and to encourage people to keep from having sunburns and therefore skin damage. Another thing that they have done for us in the past was vaccine clinics. Currently, they have funding so that come January 1, we can use their housing inspector for our housing inspector. We need to invite him to a meeting to be approved ahead of time. So the $600 would help cover our using an out-of-town housing inspector when
Wait a minute.
that's
So
one of the.
he comes in, he inspects the house,
And
and
five-
it's included in the 600.
Yes,
Are you
currently
sure?
under funding.
It's not being,
Not yet.
that we're not gonna get billed for this?
Not yet. They're under a grant, and that grant money has not been expended yet. That's what I was told at the last meeting I attended.
Oh, okay.
So that's basically the $600, that's for the 2025 fiscal year? Or how does that get billed?
It's fiscal year '26, so it starts July 1st, and supposedly they sent me an email back then. They have proof that they sent me one, but I went through all my emails and couldn't find it. But that's okay.
So it's from July 1st for this year,
25
basically fiscal year
into-
26.
Yeah, June 30th, 2026.
So are they involved in running this vaccine clinic?
Nope.
So
We are
then,
doing
No.
our own.
it
Yeah.
seems as though, what vaccine clinic are they running?
They-
You had to sign up for them August or
You
something.
could still get one.
We can get one in February or March
Oh,
or
But they're very, Walgreens offers a full
spectrum.
spectrum of vaccines. They offer COVID and
Flu.
and they don't want any help. So if they're coming in to do the clinic, they do it the way they want to do it.
So I mean, I guess the question, so last year, we paid $600, well, last fiscal year. What did we get out of it? We only got the sunscreens.
We didn't get a lot.
Well, this
I
is
didn't even
it.
notice it up there and on there all the
Well, there was a court, yeah, well, I actually
You
didn't see
could
it
put
either.
some of that up for $100 and,
However, if
hand them out all
there's
they have
state
to.
funding, it's gonna come through them. It's not gonna come straight to us.
If it's what?
If there's any state grants, like what they have covering, they got a state/federal grant for over $500,000 to help out different things in some of the towns.
I think it's 13 towns.
There's 13 towns, yes. Our fee is based on our population.
Right, no, I mean,
So it's a smaller fee than Fitchburg. It is questionable at times.
yeah,
yes.
that's basically what I'm getting, right?
However,
Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, we can actually use that to actually pay for cutting the grass.
well, that's it.
For
Well,
that
that's it.
grass, it's not even our.
And Walgreens has us covered with our vaccines.
I know.
I mean,
But come January 1st, I'm not doing housing complaints anymore.
Right, so, okay, so,
So you do need to do this if you don't want to get certified as a housing inspector.
as long as their grant doesn't run out randomly.
Well, we'll have, even if it's for 6 months, it'll be 6 months that's well paid for, because if we have to pay for it as a separate service, it's going to be a lot
yeah, I
more.
mean, that's an interesting one, actually, because now what you're saying is this part, we can leverage
The
them
money.
to perform housing inspection for us.
We
This
can-
is housing inspection versus like restaurant business.
Which is
right?
different.
It sounds like you're paying $600 to access.
Yes, it's
Like grant.
$600.
So
Yes, it is.
How often do we call on somebody to go do a house
Inspection, right. We don't do that.
How often?
Yeah, something that we
Some
need to consider, right?
questions.
How many did we do this year?
One?
Bring them.
She went to rodent one.
I've done at least 6 since July 1st.
Yeah, because moving next year, you're not gonna be doing that anymore.
Nope.
And we're gonna need someone to do that.
Yes. So what I would need to, y'all need to help me do is before the end of this year is invite their current housing inspector to one of our meetings under the, I was advised that we should meet this person, and I have met him at a meeting in June. He is he's doing well. He's been working on something for Phillipston. And it's been going well, again, this has to do with Phil. Phil Ledger lives in Phillipston, is on the Board of Health in Phillipston, and brought in this housing inspector to help them with a problem.
Okay, so you wanna invite the housing inspector to come in just
To
to
a
have a
meeting.
discussion, like,
And to make sure that we agree
Mhm.
that he would be good and we would approve using his service. And that is a.
At least for the
a
fiscal
legal-
year
for-
26,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
And that's a legal thing that we should do for our own protection, not just let
right.
anybody come in. It's gonna be a specific person.
Mhm. And I wonder then if there's an opportunity to have a representative from this group to come in, just to share exactly what have they provided to us the past few
What
years.
you need to do is listen in to the MPHN meetings. I will start forwarding you any notices I get. You're welcome to, some of the meetings are virtual and some are in person.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
add Gael.
All I'm seeing is cutting grass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But no, I mean, I get it. I mean, it seems like it's like every penny we can save in this town seems like it's a good cause.
If we're paying the money, we just want to see
What are we getting out of it?
Actually
Yeah.
coming out of it.
exactly the
Yeah.
outcome.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We
That's
have,
That's my bugaboo.
we
yes.
have both
yeah.
sat there many times, but right now, this is why I propose we pay the 600 again.
I mean, you said you did 6 inspections. What would an inspector charge for something like that?
$100
Oh.
a piece,
So
plus
there's your
gas,
600.
plus whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, if we're gonna get inspection out of this,
So
then.
if we're gonna get another 6 months and another
Yeah,
6
that's
inspections, then it paid
bargain.
for itself.
Or, yeah,
I just hate to pay and then they say the grant ran out
Right,
and,
yeah.
and then now we're, that's my only concern.
No legal bindings,
Right.
like, yep,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no
my
money,
only
sorry.
concern.
and that may
We
happen.
could check
It
with
could
Phil,
happen,
you
It
know,
could
yeah.
to see how
happen in
it's
this next 6
gone.
months, 7
Phil
months.
lives in Royalston, so it might be both Phillipston and Royalston that have taken advantage.
To see how it goes
How
for
would
them.
it go in those, because both of those towns are very rural.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
with a lot of old dilapidated buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
There's a
So,
lot of factories
um,
over there falling apart.
What was, we got all these back here now? His was. Okay, so I make a motion that the $55, the $265, the $600 for the MPHM, the MAHB 150, and Phil Ledger's sanitarian fees of $2,250 be approved to submit for payment. Do I hear a second?
Oh, second?
All in favor?
Hi.
Approved, okay. And then we have the turnovers, which is the money that goes, and we have 3 of them to look at.
That's
4?
There's a lot, yeah, because
Okay. We are catching up on, this is monies to be deposited into the various accounts. And we, obviously with changing of the guard at the office, have several of them. If you would, we have one, we got one.
starting, it's supposed to be ASAP, they will no longer
Any
look like
news on
that.
the baby?
I would be
Nope,
getting
not
them
yet.
from the
Yeah.
accountant,
Okay.
try to get them monthly.
Supposed to be somewhere
because
between 3
those
and
will be
9
done
tonight.
digital as well.
You should still be able to print this up for our meetings.
That
There's a
won't be set up like that.
registration To sign on.
How are you gonna submit
On
them
the-
then?
So it would
Coalition.
be coming back from the accountant,
The
Gotcha.
accountant?
Yeah.
Who doesn't
That's-
respond to our
That's
emails?
the first notification.
I don't think so.
I've seen come
it's
back.
all gonna be digital.
Okay. But you're
So we're gonna
depositing
do our
our
own?
check.
Yeah.
You think? Okay.
Give
okay.
it a
Yes.
stab. See what-
This
Might
still
as
should come to
well.
us.
Yeah.
Might as well.
But it'll be,
I get it,
So
but
because there's no paper
Yes,
anymore.
yes, we
Yeah.
learn a lot.
I mean, is there a report that can be printed out?
so when to break it down, when it's submitted, the only reason why the process, because my GL codes are not in there, so that's why I'm still doing it like that. But it would be done
28.
individually,
That's what I wanted
each
to
deposit.
find out.
but so you bring in the check, you write a receipt, correct?
Yep, it'll just be a receipt. And then when I deposit it online, I am manually like typing everything. I can print out the screen, but that would just be, that print out the receipt and that's all you get for each one.
So each one, say, Raytech, the division of which accounts it goes in,
You won't see none of that.
we won't see this?
You won't see what account goes in, you just see that I'm putting
No.
this information.
That's not adequate. I do not accept that.
So
We
that-
are in control of our budget.
So that's the new
Who do
process,
we
right?
need to talk
Yeah.
to?
Well, it's
We
Nate,
need-
right?
Nate, okay. That's not acceptable. That is one of the things that when we had MAHB come and speak to us, is that we are over our own paperwork and funds. We need to be able to see them and see where they're going and what the totals are. We have asked for the quarterly report twice now from the accountant and haven't gotten any kind of reply.
Actually, I have a question. So you said you don't have a GL ID yet, right? So we're saying so.
Yeah, they should be in there this warrant week, but he literally implemented, like, everything's going digital now.
So the GL ID, is that something that's specific to you or specific to Board of Health?
So it's not, it's just whatever the way it's, each account is separately.
Mm-hmm.
So Board of Health and then Inspectional Services is split into two separate accounts.
Okay.
That
Okay.
one, you just click on, there's no seeing or showing or.
No,
Okay.
that's not acceptable.
No, there's.
It's the digital aspect
Yeah.
that you don't see on our end.
Yeah,
Just-
but
So-
Nate should
So
actually have to be
we
able to.
do need to see it. This is our money. It is not the town's money.
No, so I think there is a way to see it. I think it's because it's new. When I talked to Nate, it's something that they're still experimenting with putting together. They will have a way to print a report that would be specific to us so we can review.
But I
Because-
won't have access, it would be probably the treasurer or the accountant that'll be
So,
able to pull it.
yeah, let's talk to Nate to understand, okay, what is the requirement level that's needed for us to actually be able to have a report print out to us. He's building the system. He needs to build a system to fit for purpose.
Correct.
So we're just gonna tell him that's what we need. And
Thank you.
that's it, yeah. Because we have to be able to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mentioned that the other day when he came in the office and he said no.
Mm.
So I need
No.
extra support.
You mean to, I'll reach out to him.
Thank you.
I can follow up with Nate on that.
Because we need to see which accounts it's going into and
Right.
everything. And you will be responsible for which accounts it goes into.
Yeah, I mean,
Not the accountant who does quarterly reports.
So the issue is not me putting it in an incorrect area. What it is that the way the system's set up is just like, it just says Board of Health.
no
What-
access. She has
So
no
you-
access.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's not
There's-
acceptable.
There's two things going on here.
Yeah.
First of all, the Board of Health is an independent board,
Yeah. but-
and we have a lot of power because we are an independent board. And one of the things the town would like to have is everybody under one umbrella with the town administration overseeing. Well, the boards of health, by law, don't function that way.
And
They're totally independent.
Right.
And the second thing is, we already have experience in the past of having our accounts messed up, and it took
lawyers'
A year.
fees, and it took a lawyer's fees, and it was resolved that we were correct, and the town was wrong. And we had
so
to have
they
the
had
money
to
restored.
reimburse. So they had to put back into our accounts $11,000.
Okay.
So we don't want to go down that road again.
Right.
Yeah.
And we also don't want to lose our independence.
Okay.
Not you.
Just wanted to let you know.
City's like, it's not me. It's just with the click here, just click
You-
here.
Yeah, it's not you, but it is you. It's
We've
indirect
been
way.
down that road too
Yes,
many
yes,
times. We don't
I
want to
know.
go down that
I heard
road
the
I
again.
stories,
do
yeah.
not want to go down that road.
It has to be transparent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't have just,
Because we are an independent board.
right.
We report to the state. We don't report to Hubbardston.
All right, let's work with Nate. He'll help us.
Wait a minute.
You signed them, you good?
I got one more.
Yep.
Hang on.
There's got to be an aspect of that program that just.
No, yeah, no, yeah. The program he's using, he should be able to do that, yeah.
If not, then he's not the right guy.
No.
I don't
If
know
not,
what it is.
then it's going to stay this way till it can be done online. All right. There's one from 9/4. So the reason these checks are split into two accounts, certain amount goes for a specific fee that the Board of Health has. And then the remainder of the total fee paid, 25% goes to town general fund. We help support the town, 25%. So when you see 0009, that small amount is going to the general fund. We are helping support our, as well as. the-
Is every board function that way? Where they get a 25% that goes to the general fund?
We choose to give them 25%. We have voted on that in the past. We,
By voted, like a town voted?
no, our board voted.
Hmm.
We set it up that way. Could we keep it all? Yes,
I think it's nice.
but
Right.
the town certain people in the town would like all
All
of
of
it
it,
to be
yeah.
under control of town funds, and it's not. Building goes straight to the town. Everything collected except the fees paid to electrical inspectors, plumbing inspector, et cetera, and the salary of.
Oh, so if everything goes to the town, then would this pay all the fees that relate to Board of Health?
No.
Okay. Well, that's makes no sense to me,
Right.
but.
No, not at all.
I'm confused
So
on
the-
that one, okay,
So,
all right.
okay,
You gotta
if
pay this
you,
month.
if you submit for a residential kitchen license, we have a fee of $80, 50 for the inspection, and then 30 for the fee. Of that 30 that's remaining, 25% goes to the general town fund. The other 75% of that $30 goes to the Board of Health revolving fund. We have no funding from the town at all, zero. The town gives us $0.
And that's common across the whole Commonwealth.
Right.
Yes. And
Hence-
that's.
hence the
and
independence.
hence the-
Correct.
Okay.
Right. We have zero funding from,
Okay.
that's why.
Then why are you giving 25% to the town?
Because they need
So we can use
lights,
that?
and we
Okay.
have meetings,
Okay,
and
that's-
all the rest. Yes. As board members, there is a general liability policy, and we are covered by that. So we give back part of that extra, of that, as in a residential kitchen license. They get $5 out of everyone that comes in to help cover lighting and stuff. Okay?
Makes sense.
Yeah. That came into effect when Ryan was our
Town
town
administrator.
administrator.
So just out of curiosity, you have a Board of Health office over here. Do you pay for that independently?
No,
or is
she
that-
has an office that she is,
There's
works
a
part-time
corner.
in. There's 4 people in the office.
Okay.
She has one cubby. She covers Board of Health, building, and cable TV, technically. She wears 3 jobs.
TV?
Yes, this.
Oh,
If the committee has to have a meeting semi-annually or something, she will record the minutes and whatever needs to be done.
right.
Yeah. So we share in our administrative assistant here. She's shared amongst 3 committees.
Right. It's fun.
So city, are you independent? I'm
I want to
kidding.
be.
So basically, what you're seeing here is the splitting up of the accounts, the receipts for the monies received. I'll give you those. Review a couple. This one has a bunch of them
Got it?
to look at. Share those. And some of these are from, anyways, there's monies that's been received throughout. So, what I would ask, since we're switching to semi-digital, and before these go in, would you tally these up into totals for each account before you submit it?
They are all submitted. So these were before you told me that the turnovers come here.
Right. So, we have that, so I would like to know from these, various turnovers. The account number, how much was deposited for the month. Run our own record keeping, our own math, okay, for each of these accounts. And then I'll check on it in a couple weeks. Alrighty?
Sadie, thank you for everything you're doing for us. Feel like
She
you're
does
being-
a lot. Seriously, we're all volunteers. And I go in, I've been trying to go in every week and work on things together
So what you're saying is today is our last time we're gonna receive those?
according to
Okay.
what's been going on.
Okay.
But we do need to see that.
So I will call Nate tomorrow to ask question, but I want to kind of hear from you to help me properly state the problem statement here. So what is it that you're unable to do on your end for us to have a report?
So when I submit $5, I submit it into an account one time. It doesn't give me a split. So
So who does the split then?
I have to do the number split and then do it again and put it in a different account. So it's the same person, split amount. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
Theoretically, because this hasn't been fully implemented, because it hasn't been able to been complete, because all my stuff is not in there.
Okay.
So Jack gave me $5. I'm putting $3 in the whatever revolving account,
yeah.
which is whatever it says the name of it is. That's one part. I can print out that I put $3 in that account. That's it. And then I do it again. And it's literally just like a fill in the blank. And then print that out again. So you'll have two papers,
Oh, no.
one receipt, broken down, $5, $2.
Why not just write a running tally?
It doesn't, you can't, because because you can't deposit Jack, Jill, Smith, John, because if Jack, Jill, or Smith have to have it returned, it has to be in their name and their forward name. And they're the ones that submitted the money.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
That's accountant speak.
Why doesn't it just all go into the revolving account and then you pay out monthly the 25% of this?
Because the fees, so we have revolving, we have septic,
Oh,
we
there's
have
more.
recycling.
There's
There's not just one account.
Okay, I thought
We
there
are
was like a board of
responsible
health
for
and then
$25 right here.
We have 4 accounts.
Okay.
But why
Yeah,
can't, why
that's what this
why
is.
can't
But
we
that
have a
is a good
simplified
idea,
account,
if
right?
I
That's-
could-
Okay.
But that
So
could,
what happens is that if they submit like 115 and they seen the old fee amount, which is the old fee amount from the paperwork that
Yeah.
they received,
Yeah.
we call them up, hey, you owe us a little bit more money.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing right here.
Yep.
Gotcha.
yeah. Oh,
But-
that's the last thing we need to talk about, is those, what's on the website applications.
So before today's point, would you be opposed to having one single account?
Yes.
Yes, you would oppose it?
Mhm.
Why?
Per the state mandate for what can be paid from each account and what it can be used for does not allow us to have everything in one account. And I have to follow up with that and bring the information to the next meeting, okay?
So, but currently we have 3 accounts, right?
4.
Because the reason I'm asking that, I'm thinking like Nate here. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
recorded, but
But I
'cause
understand where
Nate
you're
is all
thinking of.
Nate is all about simplification.
Correct.
And that's what I want to go to and say. Well, that simplification needs to work for us, right? That's the whole point. It's because
Correct.
it needs to work for everyone.
Right.
Because your life now is actually miserable that way. So that's not good, right? But at the same time, the counter argument would be, well, we need one account. If that is it.
So recycling monies per bylaws are used for recycling efforts in the town and things of that nature, such as the DPW picks up a bunch of broken furniture and stuff, they ask for a construction dumpster to be at the DPW for 1 month to put all that stuff in and get rid of it.
So you have to have a special fund for
On
that.
the railroad tracks.
Mhm.
They pick up stuff, people dump stuff by the railroad tracks, a lot, they said. So that would come from recycling budget only, which is mandated by the bylaws the town has regarding that account that they set up back in 2011. So a lot of things would have to go before town meeting and be changed in order to just do it legally at this point for like recycling. The other one account we have is we do a septic loan program, which is self-fulfilling. That's a separate account. And in order to track the proper funds in that account, it needs to maintain its independence as a separate account. We had a account that came from the Holden Hospital account that was meant for vaccine clinics and other things like that. If I'd known the way things were going, I would not have brought it to the town meeting in 2018 and had it moved over into the revolving account, because then that money got lost into the account when we had to pay for landfill tests, inspection tests, when the town didn't put it in their budget, and I was taking care of a husband who was dying and didn't pay attention to budgets. We paid for stuff from our revolving account that we should not have had to pay for, that it should have been from the town's general fund.
Okay.
So I do have some history with this, and I can give you more examples if you'd like, but we'd be here for another hour.
May I bring one quick
Sure, go right
subject
ahead.
to light?
Absolutely.
Now, as far as the help bin, how is that withstanding?
Have you gotten any checks for that? We haven't gotten any checks for the Help C bin. She's not aware of it, but it would.
I didn't get no money.
Okay,
should
she
be.
didn't get any money. We need, that's something else that I need help with. I was just told they were very full and overflowing again.
Okay.
They're supposed to be coming weekly to bi-weekly to
Yes,
empty
that was the
them.
agreement.
And I have a phone number at home, Help C bins. Want to make a phone call for me?
So
Sure.
bring it on.
Because when they
See,
take
you didn't
the
know how much
stuff.
I do. I
When
do
they-
a lot.
I never
They
said
have to
that.
give
Just-
us
No, I'm
the
just
money.
kidding.
You got it.
Just kidding.
I'll call
Help
them
C
at 8
bins.
o'clock in
This
the
is
morning.
why,
Like,
this
hey,
is
my
why I
name
keep
is Sadie.
advocating that we have 2 separate clerks, one for the building and one for
Board of Health.
Board of Health.
Board of Health should have
Agreed.
their own clerk.
All in favor?
It's too much.
But we have
You say
upped-
agree all in favor?
Yes.
we have
I make a
Putting it to
motion.
vote.
We have upped the hours. I did press, and we do have a person that has more hours to spend on building and Board of Health, considering that cable only needs it quarterly, than we had with Nancy. We have more hours. So we did get that through.
I get a lot done. I get a lot done.
I'm sure. Oh, my God.
All right.
You get more complaints.
Today was a good day for you, Dave.
Not bad.
Learning a lot, yeah.
Hope you learned a little bit more.
Oh, I
too.
absolutely.
we all do.
Dave's gonna
We
run
all
away
do.
now. It's like, I don't know about this
no,
guy.
It's a lot,
signed
yeah,
up.
it's a
He
lot
said he was
going on. It's
fine.
busy,
Lot,
busy
right?
stuff. Yeah, it is.
So we would like to invite you to join the Board of Health. We have meetings. You can think about it, no answer needed.
Oh,
We
wow.
hope
That was a nice
this
chuckle.
would be- This would be
Look, it would
from
fit in perfectly fine.
now through June 30th. And if you choose to go on, there would be an election
Okay.
to go on.
Well,
There's meetings
There will
for the
be-
current position
we would
that
need,
is open.
we would need to submit his name to
Correct,
be voted
but
on
he-
by the board of selectmen and us.
No, we approve first and then present it to the select.
Correct, correct.
So you need to think about it. If you can't make every meeting, it's okay. But we are technically a board of 5. We need a quorum of 3
Right.
to hold a meeting. I worked on the board for 2 years when there was only 3 of us.
Don't make
This-
any decision at 8:41, okay? Go home.
Yes.
Yes,
sleep on
no
that.
meeting, no decisions after 5 PM. Correct. That was my father's rule.
What is it, 2 meetings a month?
Yes, the second and fourth Tuesday, generally, 7 PM. We'll be meeting in this room from now on.
Oh, good.
And as a junior member, you listen in and you get to vote
Right.
and make your input.
All right.
She's taken over a part of the nursing duties, and you're the vice chair. And so we're trying to stay on top of everything. Judy helps with so much.
She's
All the
brain.
acronyms.
All the acronyms.
Yeah, all the acronyms,
Yes.
that's what I'm in
You
charge
got them
of.
all, my
Yeah.
goodness. All right, yes,
and
I will
then
definitely
we're-
think about it, but,
Okay.
All right,
and
yeah,
then just
definitely.
yeah, I'll let you know.
Let us know. And then the next step would be if you do, we'll vote at the next meeting and ask you to fill out there's an application,
Okay.
volunteer, and we'll bring it to, have you go to the town office on the other side,
Yep.
and you fill it out. Is it online or not? No. And you fill it out, and then we sign off on it, and then we present it to the select board
Okay.
for approval.
Excellent. This is very
So
informative.
one last thing, we're not quite done. This is running a little longer after all, even though the agenda is short. On the website, there are application forms with 2024 fees listed. And she brought those to the meeting. We kind of got late and slept over them. The forms have not changed as of right now, just the fees are incorrect, even though if you go to the fee list, the correct 2025 fees are there. I would just ask that we say yes, remove those current fees off those various applications, and keep the forms as is for now, but just remove the fees and put on there, see the fee schedule on such and such.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
okay.
to hear.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you don't have to
Mel-
update them
because-
again.
Melody
Absolutely.
could probably
Mel can probably help
put, yeah, and put the list of all the fees on
The-
it as an additional page.
No, the fees are already listed on
On
the
a separate.
website.
Are
yeah,
they?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
they're
what it
already
is-
posted, it's
I
just
only
they're
pay attention
incorrect
to my
on,
own.
they're incorrect on the actual application page that they
Right,
would
right.
submit for being
Okay.
an installer or
Oh, that could turn into.
kitchen license and all that. So
Hmm.
take the fees off, right?
Checks for
We all agree?
Oh, yeah.
We
Yes,
agree,
yes.
take them off.
Okay.
All in favor?
So that there's less of a mess for all this financial stuff. Just leave it on the, the website.
All righty.
All right.
Simplify where we can.
Yes, we will try and make that easier for you.
You want to put us official?
All right, so, use my phone. My watch is on.
8:45.
I make a motion at 8:45 to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
All right.
All right, meeting adjourned.